Ramble.
Thanks to BetterHelp for sponsoring this week's episode of The TryPod.
How's it going, guys?
I exercised this morning. It's been hard to exercise the last few days because it's been freezing cold.
Oh, it's so cold.
I normally exercise in the garage, but and Becky's parents were here, so they were in the guest house, which is my backup workout spot because it's more climate controlled.
Sure.
And they left early this morning, so I did a little bit of VR workout, and then I did some dips, some squats, some reverse lunges, miserable leg stuff. And now my butt hurts.
Your butt hurts.
My right cheek especially.
Let's do a fitness check.
Fitness check.
How are we all doing with our bodies? I want us to zone in. I want us to hero in on our bodies.
I'm actually, look, I've a long time I was bad on my working out game, but then about a month ago I started being better. And then this last week wasn't good because it was freezing cold. But right before this last week started, for the first time ever, I did 4 miles on the treadmill.
4 miles.
4 hecking miles.
That's too many miles.
With the first half being 12:3:30 for
Wait, you did miles 4 times?
Okay,
treadmill?
Zach, that's inappropriate.
Zach, after the year we've had.
I don't even get what you mean. I don't even get what you mean. No, I did 12:30, so high incline, slow pace, and then I lowered the incline, went higher pace, and got up to 4 miles. It was a great day.
That's pretty good.
It was a freaking great day. I felt good, felt up, felt strong. Then immediately after that, I didn't work out for a week. But today I worked out again. I'm trying to be working out, trying to eat healthy.
You actually are good about it, though, because I feel like I'm also trying to eat healthy, but I just never do it.
I don't appreciate this check-in.
Why is that?
I feel attacked, and I don't like it.
Zach, I'm right where you are.
Pretty healthy.
I'm right where you are.
No, but this is a fitness check-in.
Okay, no,
everybody knows that winter's for being lazy bones.
I agree. No. I want to check in with your body and your
body's
pussy
bad.
And your body. Tell me about it.
It's terrible, Miles.
Tell me about how bad it is, buddy.
Every year.
Yeah.
I flare up in December.
Every
year, my body gets all crunched
up,
stiff, and I go, my medicine stopped working in December. No, it's that the temperature changed, the pressure drops, it gets all cold, so I'm all calcified in the morning, and the last thing you want to do when it's cold is work out.
Calcify me, Captain.
Yeah, oh my god.
Calcium grunge.
And I realized this pattern. We tend to be the busiest in December
right now. And unlike the rest of the industry, which is everybody's sleeping all day, we're out here building walls in the office.
Yeah. Somehow influencers have time to do Vlogmas. And it's like, what's going on there?
They did it before.
They did. You think they did it in November? And it's all like, oh, I went to a cool shop, but then they just pretend it's Christmas.
I think they're shooting them at least a couple weeks ahead. And then they have international people edit their videos so they can be edited while they're sleeping.
No way.
That's a real thing.
Oh, that is a thing. I've heard about that.
You put your videos up on the internet, send it to a person in the UK or further east than that at least. And so you're sort of like off schedule and they'll start working right when you go to bed. And then you wake up.
There's a video.
Done.
Ding dong.
Put it on the internet.
You got yourself a video.
Ding dong.
Ding dong.
Ding dong video.
Ding dong.
Yeah, we're here's what happens. It's Thanksgiving, you travel, you eat your food. When you're traveling, you ain't working out. So I'm now hitting month 5 of not working out regular.
You were doing so good.
I know.
You were a beefy boy.
I said 5, but I don't know how much.
I feel like
maybe 2 or 3.
Yeah.
But I'm getting beefy in the wrong way.
Now, when you're crinkled up.
Yeah.
Like you're talking about.
Yeah, crinkly, crankly.
How are you? Are you obviously your body is broken.
Yeah.
What's something you're like, all right, I'm crinkled. It's the first thing in the morning. What's something that you do to uncrinkle? Is it yoga? Is it stretching? Is it physical therapy?
Right now?
Yeah, right now.
Just
nothing? You're just
he's just staying cranked.
Complain. Honestly, complaining does help.
Here's the reality, fam, is that I'm probably, real truth is my pain is in the best place it's been.
Oh.
Of my life, or at least for the last decade.
That's
as
amazing.
of the summer, everything I did worked really well. And in classic fashion, when you're feeling good, you then stop. But all of that has given me a baseline that I think has allowed me to navigate this time. I've stopped having to take CBD before bed.
Wow,
really?
I am sleeping through the night. This is a real win, and I don't want to overlook that. I am very proud of myself and feeling good. But now It's time to bring the CBD back.
Yeah, let's bring it back, honey.
You're sliding down.
Yeah, I'm sliding. I'm slipping and sliding. So thank you for calling me out, Miles.
No. It's good. It's good to have a crinkle check-in.
Crinkle jacket. I have a heat mat. That's one of my faves.
You still doing the envelope that you put your body in and it sweats you?
Yeah, mine's no longer an envelope. It's it's just a mat.
Just a letterhead.
We just donated the envelope yesterday. We had a body bag that you sweat in.
Yeah,
it was been here at the office and no one wanted it.
Well, you had already.
I don't.
You had already sous vide'd yourself in it.
Yeah.
So nobody else wanted to get in.
A little
there.
human sous vide bag.
Yeah.
Keith, you there's been a war started. Do you know about this?
No, but I don't. I was gonna talk about how in my dream a bunch of influencers stole all my weed and I had to go hunt them down and get my weed back.
That's
Well,
a
let's
sick
talk
movie,
about
though.
that.
It was really funny. I was like, we were at this it was like a VidCon type thing, and I came into my room and there were a bunch of like influencers doing like a prank video. I'm like, oh, this is dumb, but I get it. They're like pranking me, and fine.
Yeah.
I shoot them all out, and then I looked in my backpack, and all my weed was gone, and I was like, wait a minute. What the hell's my weed? And I chased them down.
Where the hell is my weed?
I grabbed the guy, and I think the main character was that Arak guy who like hosted the Streamies. He's hosted the Streamies. That's the only reason I even know who he is.
Right.
And I grabbed him by the collar, like intense action movie, and said, "Where the fuck's my weed?" And he's like, "What are you talking about, man? I don't know." I was like, "One of you guys was in my room. All you were in my room, right? When you left my room, my weed was gone. Where the fuck's my weed?" And then he's like, "I don't know, man." And then I was like, well, let me check your bags. And like they found out this one of his little cronies had it. And he's like, okay, you were right. It was his. And he gave it back. And I opened the thing. It's like, this isn't all my weed. This is just some broken bullshit. Where's my weed? Whoa. And then I grabbed that guy and I slammed him on the table.
You're John Wick.
Where the fuck is my weed? And then I got my weed back.
That's good.
Can we title this episode Arak Stole Keith's Weed, parentheses, action movie? And I want the thumbnail to be like a bomb exploding.
And it was like stuff I'd gotten. Whenever I go to the weed store, I buy stuff for the next like month and a half, so I don't have to. So I buy like a handful of gummies. I buy like some actual weed, or maybe I'll like if I'm going to travel, like I'll buy a little like a vape cartridge or something.
Sure.
So I had like I actually have done, and what he stole was the actual amount of weed and stuff that I had recently bought. So I was like, where are my gummies? Where am I these things? Where this? What the hell's going on? And I kicked their ass.
You kicked their ass. You did John Wick, but with weed.
I kicked their ass.
It was Pineapple Express, but modern day.
They were not good at defending themselves.
No.
And I was surprised at myself, even in the dream. When I threw them on the table, I was like, oh my gosh, Keith, what are you doing?
Yeah.
I mean, Keith, no one can defend themselves against you. You've been working out.
You ran 4 miles. Rage. Yeah, I walked 4 miles.
That's for madness
I'm
right
walking
there.
fast. I'm walking fast. All right, now tell me there's a war started. You, right before we started this, said, Keith, what do you think about this? And I said, what do I think about what? And they're like, you haven't seen this? And I don't know what I haven't even seen.
I just opened up TikTok.
Whoa.
My sister sent me a real good TikTok of the Jonas Brothers talk. So I saw a video from Keith, and I'm like about to scroll next. I don't need to watch him. I fucking see him every day. But then I realized it's a stitch.
What?
It's a stitch with Hank Green. It's got 55K likes.
That must mean it's got a pretty good amount of views.
Yeah.
What on earth could it be?
First of all, what did he stitch?
So this is the announcement that Keith made of Eat with Keith. So I'm gonna show you just the beginning of it.
Okay. I love doing Eat the Menu. You love watching Eat the Menu.
That's the beginning. What could Keith possibly?
He's gonna be like, I don't love Eat the Menu.
So Hank Green took this and he found something to talk about there. I'm gonna play this again for you.
He probably is saying that he saw me in person hate doing the Del Taco Eat the Menu. Is what I'm assuming. I love doing Eat the Menu. You love watching Eat the Menu.
Millennial pause, Keith. Come on. I love doing Eat the Menu. I loved doing it with you. But you got to trim that. Or you just got to do another take. That's embarrassing, my dude.
Whoa! You just got called. Keith, just call him up. Call him
going right now to his TikTok. Hank,
Keith's
motherfucking loser ass Green.
Hey, easy.
Where are you?
Now, the millennial pause is something that I feel like, so the idea behind the millennial pause is that new people are like, it used to take a while to record something.
Or even is
and now we talked about it in this episode. It was a great article, and it's basically...
Can you send me that? I can't if I can find it. He posts too. He posts too well.
He
does too good a job at TikTok.
It's a sign of us aging out of social media. But what the millennial pause is that when you are recording a TikTok, us millennials
are used to the lag that videos used to have when they started.
Well, I'm Gen Z, but yeah.
Fuck you. First of all, I'm Gen Z at heart. I'm Gen fucking, I don't even know what I am.
Something really sad about me declaring myself as a part of Gen Z.
So yeah, so we're old. I love that he called you out.
I can't stitch it.
But Keith's attitude for you can't stitch a stitch?
No.
Wow. You know what, Hank? People who throw stones shouldn't live in a non-stitchable house.
There's no stitchable option at the bottom.
Hank Green called us out, ... is also a good title.
Hank Green is afraid to be stitched.
ABP, always be producing.
I'm just going to do it with no fucking understanding. It was like, this is a message for Hank Green. Hank Green, I don't give a shit about the millennial pause. I don't give a motherfucker about it. Also, I know millennials are known for doing this. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to keep fucking zooming into my face as long as I goddamn want, Hank Green. You go tell your science motherfuckers to learn about science. You leave me goddamn alone.
Oh my God.
Wow.
That was huge.
We're starting a war. We're starting a war with Hank Green.
Yeah.
You know what? For too long,
the people in the office thought we were having a big argument.
For too long, this man has been going around trying to teach us stuff.
Yeah.
Making companies that donate to charity.
Mm-hmm.
Educating us for free. I say no more, Hank Green. Your ass has been being called out.
That's right, Hank. Oh, you're teaching people better than school? Well, guess what? School's back in session. So
you wrote a book? It was good?
I'm just tagging Hank Green. What now, science boy?
You found a way to age gracefully on the internet? Dork.
You moved out of LA because you're confident in who you are and don't need the glitz and glam to validate you?
Yeah. I wish that I could have that much confidence
It's out there.
to leave Los Angeles. Keith posted it?
Yeah, I fucking posted it.
That's right. Keith has an attitude about social media that I really admire. It's called do it. And I feel like every single thing that you do, if it's an Instagram post or if it's a story, do it in one. That's it. It's out there.
Do it.
Give up.
Keith's a bad boy right now.
About
Look at
what
him.
people think of me. I'll beat up all the influencers I want who steal my weed.
Whoa.
I will scream threats at scientists in other parts of the country. I don't give a fuck.
Scream threats at scientists.
Is he even a scientist or is he a science enthusiast?
He's a science educator.
Enthusiast.
Yeah, he doesn't fucking even do science.
He's a
You know, those who can't teach. Those who can't teach.
Easy. Whoa.
I can't make this go higher. My posture's up because my energy's up.
And Hank Green was a friend of the show.
Yeah, he's still a friend.
No more. He still is.
Still a
Not
friend.
anymore, man. 2022 is about
Watch himself.
Try Guys declare war on science enthusiasts.
Yeah.
Hank Green. Heard you were quitting Twitter because you don't like Elon Musk, Hank.
Haven't
That's
quit it
pretty
yet.
cool.
Haven't
I
quit it yet.
admire it.
Guess you don't need attention as much as us. But that's a really interesting dream, Keith.
Thank you.
And I'm glad that we've declared war on one of the most universally liked people on the internet.
Yeah, well, if he's so universally liked, why is he going around trashing people?
Well, Keith, the millennial pause, that's interesting. And it makes me insecure. When I think about the millennial pause,
I know how old I am. He doesn't know how old he is.
Yeah.
That's what I got to say. Was he Gen X? Ugh.
You should find a video of his where he does the millennial pause.
Oh, he probably doesn't do it. He's probably very careful about that.
Yeah, because he probably got called out in the same way that he called out you, but doing the millennial pause.
By the way, hi, Hank. We love you.
Hey, Hank, how's it going?
Hey, Hank, we don't really know each other, but I think you're really fucking cool.
Miles, please cut that.
Yeah.
We all
and
know
if you're looking for like a podcast,
we all know he's cool. But once he gets super cool, he's starting to be a bully, and that's not cool. We don't want to see bullies on the internet.
Keith feels bullied on the internet.
He bullied me.
Yeah.
No,
He went to my page, took one of my videos, only to make a bullying comment.
No, that's love.
That's love.
Was it?
Though. That's love, Keith.
Love would have been texting me directly, being like, "Hey, man,
Hey, you did
I
a
want you to
millennial
know."
pause. That feels if somebody texted me like
That's
aggressive.
advice, right?
That's advice. Hey, man, just wanted to talk to you for a second. He calls you. You did a millennial pause in one of your TikToks.
And I'd be like, "Oh shit, what? Am I showing my age, man? He's like, yeah, man, I'm just looking out for you. He didn't do that.
Bud.
You know what he did? He screamed at me.
You made content.
He
He is trying to make money to donate to charity off of my embarrassment.
That's my
How
embarrassment.
dare you?
Well, we got an exciting week ahead.
I don't know how to move on from this.
We do have an exciting week ahead. Zach, well, we Eat with Keith has Sundown. We did 3 of them, and I'm sure they'll come back, but they were hits.
They were hits. They were fun.
Uh-huh.
We're dipping our toes in the live pool.
Yeah, baby.
And we've got the biggest live of all time. I'm talking about Without a Recipe live this freaking Saturday.
It's 2 days from now.
Wow. Is that wow? I'm
For the
not ready.
For the listeners. It's 3
I
days
haven't
for
even
us.
begun to think about how I'm going to fuck this up.
It's going to be insane.
wow.
Yesterday, they started building the set in the office, and it's a huge extra set because basically we're going to have 2 kitchen stations, and there will be cameras that are live the whole time on us, but there's a director's cut feed. But if you want, you can just watch me and Zach, if we were paired together, just bumble around the kitchen with live mics the entire time.
That's
Pretty sure I'm
adorable.
paired with an elephant mascot.
Oh, I bet you are. Yeah.
Somehow the live
Actually,
feed
it's going to
also.
be.
We have an elephant.
It's a 6-person contest, and each of us are paired with a different animal.
Oh, I see.
No, but it's so cool. Look, I know that we've been teasing this up, and maybe we haven't done the best job of explaining, or maybe we have done a great job, and I'm going to tell you it again. This is going to blow Without a Recipe out of the water. We have, full, tonight, live, dun, 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 dun,
Oh, we got
lighting.
those spotlights like
Yeah.
Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
We've got boom. We want this to really feel like an end of the year celebration event. We've got these crazy cool lights. We've got live switching camera. I mean, Rachel has been crushing it and leading all of this tech for weeks now, having to learn entirely new skills. She's going to be behind the 1s and 2s switching. As Keith said, we have different cams that you can jump between. And what are we going to have? If you get a ticket, you get to watch it, obviously. You get a live chat. There are custom stickers. What else is there?
That's probably it. But it's going to be dope as hell. I mean, basically, it's just we've never done anything
and the
of this
voting.
scale. And the voting on who wins
So, yeah.
and who loses.
We have voting during it. There'll be little fun questions just to keep you engaged. But at the end, you get to decide the ranking. The judges are going to tell you what they think. The judges don't matter.
They don't matter.
You can say who you get to vote for what place you think people should come in. You, the audience, get to decide. So if you want to see Zach Sweep take the reins, you can make that happen.
And let me just say that right now, Zach and I are tied for the season winners.
Whoa.
We each have 2 wins.
Oh,
Eugene has 1 win. So you could choose to either tie it all up. Eugene could be the winner. Everyone's equal. How beautiful. Or for the first time ever, Zach will win a season of Without a Recipe.
Wow.
Have you ever won a season?
I don't know.
I think it would be the first for you.
It's possible.
I don't know.
I
I
might
don't
have
remember.
won
Someone will listen to us.
the cheesecake season.
All right.
I won
hey,
pizza
man.
and cheesecake. So
We're
I've
on
won
the
one season
precipice
before.
of history here. Either way, look, this will be a hashtag sweep of 1-for-1 live winners. So
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
you can make that
True.
happen. And there's been a lot of questions of how we ended this season. Did we manipulate the order?
Yeah.
I want to say on the record, for the record, the winners in every episode. That's how it happened.
That's how it happened.
That is super lucky.
Now, some of the
It is really
some of the
fortunate.
down card might be slightly changed, but the actual winner
The
is
winner.
exactly who won.
Yep.
So, how fun is that?
That's
How
huge.
fun is that?
How
That's
fun
really
is that? Today's episode is brought to you by BetterHelp. You know, things are wild. It's the holiday season. You're seeing family. You got those different kinds of sort of stresses outside of your normal stresses. Maybe you're also stressed about the beginning of the new year. Maybe there's just a lot on your mind. Well, you know what can help you deal with the stuff on your mind is therapy. And a great route for therapy is BetterHelp. BetterHelp is online therapy. It's super sick. You talk to real therapists, licensed therapists. They've got a ton of them. You know, therapy has been huge for all the people in my life who use it. It's very helpful, especially when you're going through something difficult. I think we all know what that might be like. But seriously, it is a great way to do it. I really recommend BetterHelp. And as the world's largest therapy service, BetterHelp has matched 3 million people with professionally licensed and vetted therapists, available 100% online. Plus, it's affordable. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to match with a therapist. If things aren't clicking, you can easily switch to a new therapist anytime. It couldn't be simpler. There's no waiting rooms, no traffic, no endless searching for the right therapist. So learn more and save 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/TryPod. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/TryPod.
How fun is that?
But it's going to be such a fun live. I mean, we're gearing up. We're shooting it. I mean, we'll be here all day Saturday. The team is building stuff all day these next 2 days. I saw Jonathan just building a bunch of like headsets for communication between the staff of 38 people.
Holy shit.
That will be
that
running
big.
this stream. I just heard that yesterday from Rachel. There will be 38 people in our office running this show. That includes
that's
us, I think,
wild.
but 38
Holy
people
shit.
is an insane amount of people.
Yeah, I mean, this is
crazy.
Keith has been touting this as such, and I didn't realize this is, as far as we are aware, the only time in televised history that someone has done a live cooking competition.
With live voting.
With live
I
voting.
think there has been a live cooking competition before, but never with live audience voting.
Where they're choosing it as the audience is voting, and then
Yes, like this has never happened. Nobody's done this. NBC hasn't done this.
Suck
Fox
it.
hasn't done this.
Suck it.
Hank Green,
Green
hasn't done this.
That's right, Hank.
He's fucking recording all his videos, making sure they're perfect and polished. Just like
my
a Gen
God.
X boy would.
He's trimming all those pauses off the beginning. What a loser.
Us millennials, we're edgy as heck.
Yeah.
And doing it live.
What's the opposite of millennial pause? Just recording like a second too late.
Ooh, the millennial lag.
The millennial lag. The
What
Gen
if I
Z
start
lag.
just clipping the first word of every sentence I do from now? I just start and then hit record.
Yeah.
So it's purposely late.
That's not
I
bad.
like
The
that.
millennial miss.
Well, that's super sick. The millennial miss.
Yeah.
Is really good.
Millennial miss is better than the millennial lag. I like that.
The millennial,
Millennial miss. I misjudged how much time I needed.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, I'm so amped up for this live. I had something to say. I forget what it is. I'm gonna pause, just kind of stall for a second, see if it comes to me.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of cool. I think that Eat with Keith was really fun to do as like a little like this is what we can do in house, and now you're doing it big, bombastic. There's a lot of cool live stuff going around the community right now. Did you guys hear about the chess boxing thing?
Yeah, Ludwig's thing.
Super
So
fucking cool.
Yeah.
Like just like a cool twist on like how would we just do something that's fun and unique. And I was like, I think Without a Recipe has that energy, and hopefully we do more live stuff in 2023.
Yeah, and I mean, Keith mentioned it. So we have 38 people working on the crew, not to mention all of the people doing tech behind the crew, like leading up to the show.
Right. And also
all
there's
the
like
video
people
packages.
who aren't in the office who are working like remote, like out of another place
Right.
to like be watching the stream and making sure everything's okay. So it's
It's
a
big.
big production.
I know there was a question of like, why is this a ticketed event? Why aren't you doing it on your stream? I mean, frankly, like we need to do it as a ticketed event just to afford it. I mean, we're probably going to lose money. We're cool with that. But like, this is just, it's something special. We make tons of really awesome content for free. We did a 5-episode season this year.
Yeah.
We hope you love it. We hope you enjoy it. If you're able to come to this, you are going to more than get your money's worth. We hope that you really enjoy. It's going to be very cool. What I just find so awesome is the way that the team that we have in here is able to scale up and scale down depending on what we're making.
What we're doing.
Like we're doing this thing that is totally beyond anything we've ever done before, and our team is the one spearheading and tackling it. That's really awesome. I mean, even with Eat with Keith, like Miles is the one live cutting that. I watched a little bit of the episode yesterday, and the way that you were adding live sound effects was so funny.
Guess who was actually doing it yesterday?
That was Dr. Jack himself. I wasn't even
No
here.
freaking way.
Me and
Dr.
Jack tag
Jack,
teamed.
MD.
We tag teamed the first two, and then yesterday I had a baby class. So Jack,
did great.
he did amazing. He
my God.
crushed it. Yeah, no.
There was one specific sound effect where like Huey looks to camera and like posed like with his hand under, and Jack perfectly timed a bling. Like it was so good. I was like, wow, that's like, so,
Yeah.
wow. Okay,
I
I'm
need
gonna
to
give
like
him
get an
depth.
AirPod in one ear so I can just hear
I
what's
was
going
thinking
on in the
that.
stream, because like I don't get any of the fun, and I
Right.
feel like
They're
me
really
being
fun.
able to comment on it lightly would
Yeah.
have the same chaos as whenever the forbidden camera angle happens.
The
Which I
forbidden
missed
live.
most of them last time. I always like he managed to he was sneaking them in when I was like looking away. Whenever I was looking at the chat and I was like looking straight right, he would like put on the bad cam and I would
That's
miss
so
it
funny.
because I rewatched some of the stream and I was like, he is being so sneaky. He is sneaking it through. I only caught it like twice.
That's great.
It's a joy for me, and we were actually talking about. I know you had a pitch for Eat with Keith for me, but I was also thinking about like just live with Keith, and like because people were saying like, what if it was you cooked something and then we ate it? And I'm like, oh, that's funny.
That's really
and then
fun.
maybe there's some other things we can do that aren't just eating. But
Yeah, Eat with Keith will return next year. That's a ding dang promise, and we've all got ideas on how to keep it going. On how to. I went to the Avatar premiere. I'll talk about it on Guilty Pleasures, but it's a 3.5 hour movie. And so while sitting in that theater, my mind went just lots of places while I was staring at underwater fish. And I came up with some business plans for 2023.
I love that. I often, when I'm in a really long movie or a very creative movie, my brain starts being creative as well. It's like, whoa, we should be doing this.
Okay, can I pitch you one of the things I came up with?
Please.
Really dumb.
Okay.
But I was watching this movie, Avatar, and it's such an insane spectacle. And I was thinking about the ways that James Cameron, and really the movie industry has had to push spectacle to make must-see theater, right? I mean, there's so much of movies are moving to home and streaming. And as someone who fucking loves movies, like movies, that is my religion. Going to a theater, feeling it with a crowd, like that's as close to a church community experience as I
communion.
get. Yeah, that's just my body. You take popcorn, pass it down.
My blood.
So I was thinking, like, man, I just fucking love this. And realistically, look, I want to make movies. I hope and plan to make movies, but I know that the indie movie market is a tough one. It's really hard to find an audience.
Yeah.
And so I was thinking, like, how do we activate our audience? And this is a bad idea.
Yeah.
But I thought of movie tour. And I was thinking of a promo of me and Keith arguing. It's like, we should make a movie. We should go on tour. We should make a movie. We should go on tour. We should make and go on movie tour.
What is
We
it?
make like a short film or films, and then we just go and present them
Around the country.
That's not a bad idea.
It's like 32 cities, one movie. And it's the most inefficient way to promote a movie.
Yeah.
But we go city to city. It's like a traveling circus, right?
Yeah.
And so you make your movie. The financials of this make no fucking sense. But you make your movie and then you present it with a live tour element. So either it could be one of our podcasts or it could just be like an evening with Zach and Keith, or it could be, I mean, again, this pairing makes no sense. Eat with Keith live featuring Zach's movie. Right?
Actually, no.
That's not
Here's
bad.
the thing. Before I did Eat with Keith live, I thought like, where could I do an Eat with Keith live with a theater? And I realized Alamo Draft House
Oh, yeah.
is a national chain that has a national chain menu that has seats that is meant to eat and serve people. And that is the perfect venue for us because they're in almost every major city. Because I looked it up recently to be like, is this something that could ever be like a tour venue?
Almost so sick.
Obviously, the theaters aren't huge. Come on in, Rachel. Come on in.
What up?
We're talking about movie tour.
Talking about movie tour.
We're
We're talking about it. We're talking about movie tour. And movie tour
We make
is
a movie and then we go present it in each city
with a live show.
With a live
I
show.
think what we do actually is like we book out like an Alamo Draft House for a weekend. The only thing they're showing is your movie. We will stop in and introduce each one at each different showtime. And then at night, we do like a show that is a separate ticketed event that like has things about, it's Eat with Keith, but you're just one of the main guests. And it sort of serves as a talk back, but it's also an Eat with Keith for the people who saw it that day.
Yeah, and it's specifically about that.
Yeah.
There you go. Eat with Keith, Zach's movie tour.
Yeah.
Movie tour.
Movie tour
Movie tour.
It's, we're bringing people back to the theater.
through live theater. We're bringing back to the movies through live theater.
We're bringing you back
We're
to the
regressing
movies
and progressing at the same
through
time.
the power
Hit us up. Let us
of
know
live
if you
theater.
want movie tour to come to a town near you.
Okay, so after movie tour, someday I was thinking at some point, I was like, what if we did a Legends of the Internet sequel tour? But it is getting, and I'm gonna have to make amends here because I was thinking like we get people like Hank Green, like you get
more.
Anthony Padilla and Ian back
Oh, yeah.
together. You get the actual tent poles of who built YouTube, and it's a huge, stupid arena tour.
Right.
And
We've
it's
talked
called
about
Legends of
this.
the Internet 2, the Way Too Big Arena Tour.
Oh, that's super fucking
It's like
awesome.
Jingle Ball,
Yes.
but instead of
It's-
the best, like everyone singing their one pop song,
It's everyone doing their one bit, which sometimes is songs.
Do you
sometimes
think you'll sell out an arena?
That's the goal.
I think with enough, if you can successfully be like, this show is equal parts all of these people, you would sell it.
I don't think Harry sells out arenas yet.
That's because Harry fucking chooses to do like 18 of one theater, but he could just do an arena.
One arena.
Also, he played the Forum.
It's big.
It's almost an arena.
Yeah.
Almost an arena.
So wait, you want to play like SoFi Stadium?
Yeah. I was actually
That
thinking
would
if we
rule.
did the Vegas arena, that'd be the best because it has the most already built-in tourism.
Arena is insane.
It's insane. I know. I was just at
Yeah.
a show that was an arena show. I was like, this is so. I was at maybe the
crazy.
BTS thing. Like, this is so unachievable.
The
How
amount
do
of-
I achieve it?
Yeah, right.
I think if we can
Challenge
perform
accepted.
for one full arena,
Yeah.
It's a one night only.
yeah.
The Bad Bunnies show that I saw at SoFi Stadium was so mind melting. The scale of that show,
Yeah.
it just is. It's a canvas on which I can't even begin to imagine how you paint.
Yeah.
It's a different I think that there's a scale in music, right? Where once you surpass, really, it's like what's the Forum? That's what do you call that?
10,000? What do you mean? Oh, it's just a performance venue? I don't know what it would be called.
Like basketball.
It's in the round.
Yeah, like once you get to basketball court stadium,
Uh-huh.
what do you
Yeah.
call that?
What do you
Arena.
mean?
It is an
theater.
arena.
Yeah.
Okay.
Theater.
So once you get past theater, you're no longer just making music. You are making theater.
Yeah.
You're making a multimedia spectacular that is as much lights
Costumes.
and dancing than anything
and
else.
all the digital assets you create.
Oh my
like,
God.
I mean, you have artists like for Miley's Bangers tour, the artists were working on that for like a year and a half.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah, and the production for just the digital backdrop, that budget surpasses any video we've ever made.
Oh, it surpasses all the videos we've made together.
That's why we can do it once. We get all the heads of the
You
people.
might need Hank Green and Beyonce, though.
No, we don't need Beyonce.
And then
You
at the
need
end,
Beyonce.
We don't need him.
No,
there's-
Beyonce doesn't need us, so we don't need her.
No.
She doesn't need us. We might need her.
But obviously we'd easily sell it, but that's not the point.
Do you
She's
think we
not-
can get Annoying Orange out of retirement?
Right? See, yeah.
Susan Wojcicki parachutes down. As the final guess.
I don't think that'd be the best move.
And she DJs a set.
But I mean,
But
Mr.
Susan
Beast.
Boyle.
Obviously, Mr. Beast is the main headliner. He actually doesn't even need us at all. But I think
He
would
could do an
it
arena
if,
by
If we
himself.
just do the logistics for him, I think he'd make an appearance really quickly, and he would give one of the ticket holders $2 million.
Yeah. He definitely would do that.
And then he would actually,
call it
honestly,
the-
know what? He would make it rain the amount of money equivalent to how much people spent for their seats, so everyone could get their money back.
But someone could make bank and someone could get nothing.
And a mob will tear each other apart.
That's going to be a bad idea.
What if we call it the,
The bloodshed
Make $1
would be-
Million tour?
Oh my God.
but
Make
it's
a
not a
milli
tour.
tour.
It's one night only.
Make $1 million tour,
It's
one
a tour.
night only.
It's a tour. It's a tour of one city. You can take a tour of a city.
Yeah.
Rachel, we already kind of talked a little bit about Without a Recipe live, but you really, and you deserve all this light shined on you for how hard you have worked on this. You have single-handedly been ushering this into reality. I frankly don't really know what's going on.
This morning you were like, I'm not awake enough for these logistics. And I was like, it's fine.
I walk in the office and you're like, hey, I have one real quick thing to tell you about Without a Recipe Live. And you start telling me all this jargon. And you said something about a sound bus.
Which sounds fun. I want to ride the sound bus.
An audio bus, yeah.
That's
What is
it
all
was, an
the
audio
stuff
bus.
that you've been working on? And what can people look forward to?
Well, have you told them how it's going to work?
A little bit.
I mean, you probably know better.
Yeah, but did you? I want to repeat. So you buy a ticket to the live.
We covered that.
Get no respect. And our show starts, and we've got 2 simultaneous kitchens here. Now, as an audience member, you get to chat. You get to take selfie videos, which scroll across the screen.
I forgot to
Sick.
say that.
Sick
That's
as
really
heck.
fun. They're almost
That's
like
sick.
boomerang videos.
Yeah.
They're cool.
Get to see your faces. There's going to be some polling questions that you get to answer throughout. But really, the big deal, the thing no one's ever done before, even American fucking Idol.
That's right.
Suck it, Ryan Seacrest.
Yep. is that you get to vote in the moment for who you want to win and who you want to fucking lose. And 1 minute, 2 minutes later, we'll announce it.
Yeah, that's true. American Idol, they take a whole ding dang night.
Yeah.
Whole night, and they don't let you choose the loser.
And
No.
they make you wait, and they say, we'll let you know right after this.
Right after this.
And I have a couple surprises
Oh.
that you guys don't know about.
Are they
believe
guests?
you.
It's not a guest.
Gordon Ramsay.
Whoa.
Listen, I talk to Gordon's
cool.
people every year. He's never in the United States, guys. We're trying. We're working on it.
Yeah.
We're working
Everyone
on it.
flirts with wanting to do it. I just saw that Claire Saffitz, who we love,
Yes.
hello Claire, she in the comment section of her video
She said
that
she would
she's
love
in.
to judge.
She said she's in.
What?
Miles,
We
I talk to
have
her
tried.
agent every year, and it's never happened.
Yeah.
He and I have talked at least
right.
4 times
That's
extensively.
right. That's
What now,
right.
Claire?
That's awesome.
Balls in your
Claire.
court, girl. Balls in
I
your
told your
court.
agent I would buy the flight from New York to LA. Claire,
Come on.
come on.
We're trying.
We'll get you Economy Plus, girl. Extra leg room.
That's right, girl.
Extra leg room.
First bag is free. After that, you got to check it yourself.
Did you talk about the 4 feeds?
Not really.
Okay.
There's 4 feeds.
So here's what's going to happen,
I'm
guys.
hungry.
It's
How many? You're gonna feed us 4
Keyword
times in a
says
There's
live?
feed
4
today.
food breaks in the show. Awesome.
I'm going to feed you no times.
Okay.
You guys don't even get to eat your churros till the after show.
There's an after show?
There's
There's an after
show.
If you pay $4 more, $5 more, there's an after show. And that's where, after the winner's announced, we kick everyone else out. We flip the cameras on you guys. And a few things will happen there. 1, real-time reactions, maybe some beef over who won versus who didn't. You get to try
get
your
us
churros. There might be beef.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
there's
Real
going
beef?
to be chicken.
There's gonna be chicken.
There's
In
going
a
to be
churro?
squid.
Don't wanna spoil too much.
And then you'll answer audience questions.
Sick.
So it'll be
I mean,
like
it's just
an
gonna be a
open
more
mic.
relaxed hangout too.
Mm-hmm.
A
Yeah.
way of kicking it with y'all. I know also, guys, if you don't know, not to like really overly sell you on this stuff, but there's a exclusive shirt that we made that you can only get if you go
really
to the
good.
show, and it's like the best merch we've
It's
ever made.
cool.
I already asked Nick M if I could have one, and he said no.
Yeah, Becky already asked one. I was gonna ask Nick, and I guess he's gonna tell me no.
No, she can't.
Why not?
She has to buy a ticket.
Oh man.
It's one that, not to like toot my own horn, but I designed this one, and
It's
a good
really
one.
good. It looks like your Lord shirt. a
yeah,
little.
it's meant to look like a knockoff tour T-shirt that you
It
would
does.
get like
From the people outside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
So
cool.
it's like, it's kind of intentionally like our faces are a little washed out, but it's got this like that 90s neon cursive.
Oh,
And it's
nice.
purple.
Yeah, and it's like
It's
neon
all
purple.
goofy purple.
Like our skin is purple.
Yeah.
It's,
Oh, wow.
It's really
And your
Yeah.
faces are aggressive.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the only way that I would be happy with our faces being printed on something. We've never done merch with our faces on it because, like, I'm embarrassed to wear
We had like little emojis a long time
cartoons.
Yeah.
But that's it.
But like the idea of wearing something that says like "Try guys" like embarrasses me. But this is tongue in cheek
It's
enough
cool.
that I'm on board.
It's good.
Oh, that's sick.
We're doing it.
Rachel, what are you excited for? What are you nervous about?
I'm excited to have a lot of power. That's going to be great for me. I'm nervous. We're building 2 more servers in here on Friday morning, and AT&T is coming to upgrade our internet on Friday morning. And I'm like,
Oh, internet servers.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I
It
thought
needs
like
its
server
own
was
server.
no,
Wow.
you're not getting wait staff for
it
this.
was like
event.
jargon for a kitchen setup or something. I'm like,
No.
you make churros with a server? What's that?
Miles, we're going to put a 55-inch monitor in here
Whoa.
for the tech director.
55
Just took off
inches.
that
We just
one.
had a
I
much
really
bigger
wish we
monitor.
didn't do that.
I know, we
Sold.
had that TV, but then we got rid of it.
Yeah.
It's fine. It comes with their setup. It's okay.
That's good. Okay, cool.
It is a rental cost, but it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we sold it though.
I know.
And then we spent all the money.
Yeah.
I heard you spent all the money.
Yeah, I spent it on Orbeez. I'm filling the room.
That's a good video.
Mr.
podcast.
Beast has done it.
But never as a podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just audio of someone swimming.
30
in
million Orbeez, audio only.
Orbeez. So gross.
What is there left to do? I mean, I know you've been working on
there's
this
a
for
lot
a while.
of shit to do. there's still a lot to do. I just hired a tech director yesterday. So that's the person who is switching between all the cameras and also is like the linchpin. Like, you guys, you can't just like put this on the internet. You have to build out like a switcher and servers to make the internet work for you. And there's so many like double downs, fail safes in case something goes wrong. So that's really exciting. You can watch a director's cut, which is the thing I'll be like calling and switching around. Or you can just tune into one of the kitchens and like just hang out with whoever you want.
I may come over to your kitchen to say what's up.
Oh, that'd be wild.
Yeah.
Rachel's not going to be ready for that. Rachel's not going to be ready for that.
That's true. Did you see my first face was like, what? And I was like, oh, okay. That could be kind of fun.
I'm definitely fully anticipating many things going wrong and it being joyous.
Yeah.
We are we're doing like a whole Saturday. The whole day is us working on this because we have to do like a tech walkthrough and
Yeah, we have like 4 rehearsals on Saturday. So first
4.
Well, I have 4. You have 2. The first is just tech. The second is just camera blocking with our 7 camera operators.
Wow.
A lot of people.
That's crazy.
And then the third is talent blocking, where you just learn. And then the fourth is a dress rehearsal with everything, including calling, all the graphics, all the interstitials, all the edited beats, as well as you guys. And we got to teach Rosanna and Johnny some lines.
Sure.
So
I've really underestimated how exciting live is. And it's, I mean, the process of prepping for this, also what you guys have been doing the last 3 weeks with Keith, it just like, there's something that is activated in your brain that's really thrilling about knowing that it's happening right here, right now. Yeah. And I think I've gotten so jaded by our on-demand culture and streaming and even watching HBO whenever the fuck I want. Like, the idea that we're all showing up to do this at the same moment
together,
it's really cool.
It is, and it gives you the same adrenaline as doing live theater.
Sure.
Like the first Eat with Keith especially, I felt sort of the same as like when we did the Broadway video. I was like,
okay, here we go.
There's an audience. And in fact, the Eat with Keith audience was much larger than a Broadway theater.
Yeah, I mean, even our smallest audience is bigger than the Forum. I just looked it up. Forum is 17,000. Last night, our average was 24,000.
That's
So like
That
when you think of that, or a baseball stadium is typically about 20K people. Like, that's a lot of people. When we do things that are seen by that many people, if you were to visualize that many people, it really blows your mind.
It is incredible.
That is crazy.
And what I really hope is that people who buy tickets will be watching with other people.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
think that will be
they will
really fun.
I'm sure families are going to be watching together, friends in college, hopping into a dorm room, etc., watching and voting along. You only get one vote when you do that, but you'll have to settle the argument between the two.
Ooh, yeah.
Everyone has to
amount
agree.
of you.
Yeah.
But it's going to be so fun.
It is.
I love it, and I love doing live stuff. It makes it feel like live theater. The stakes are high. Yeah. It's goofy. And also your brain kind of channels into some like different place where you honestly make fewer like little spoken mistakes. And I'm not really sure why.
Oh, interesting. Like, you don't like flounder over your words when you're live?
Can't. And also, even if you do flounder, you just gotta move past it.
Well, it's like you're on like in an improv. Like, it's like you're not floundering if you're doing stand-up necessarily, because you're just like performing. Like you're just like flipped.
So if you say something wrong, you just have to comment on how it was wrong and move on. You have to make it part of the bit. You can't take it again.
Yeah.
That's true.
Let's take that again.
Okay, one more time. I'm making a churro.
I'm going to be revealed for how badly I personally
you're
rely
gonna be
on it. Keith is he's our true performer, right? I think that we're far enough into Try Guys where you all know who we are and where we thrive. And Keith is our performer. You turn him on and he goes, and just as you see in Eat with Keith, like all of his footage whenever we do a try-on or whatever, like it is funny from start to finish. I perform to be edited.
Zach's written down some good jokes that he hopes to make while he's on camera.
I think about how my thing is going to cut to something else, and I'm a maestro behind the camera. I know where I thrive. Look, I'll celebrate myself.
Absolutely.
But I am not able to just spit fire for an hour. It ain't but then again, we're cooking, and that just creates
Rainie, I think yesterday or the day before, said, Keith, when you eat the menu, do you come up with all your jokes? And I'm like, what do you mean? It's like, are you like, do you plan any of it? I'm like, I mean, no.
Oh,
What?
here's something
Yeah.
interesting.
Really
When
funny.
I was talking to the tech director and the people we're working with to power this whole thing, they were like, and how many like teleprompters and monitors will you need for the guys as in both kitchens and the judging? I was like, none.
None.
And they were like, they don't need to see. I was like, no, I see. They perform. And they were like, and they don't have I was like, no, they got it.
Yeah.
They got it.
We've done it.
People assume
Yeah.
that you and our show, that you have something to remind you. You got nothing.
Nothing up there.
Mhm.
Other than looking at Rachel, making guesses and seeing how people respond to those guesses in the
Yeah.
room. Sometimes you're looking around, you're like,
Uh-huh.
anybody giving me any sort of feedback?
That's
I'm
just
looking to see
escape room.
where the cameras are looking, so I
Uh-huh.
know who to perform to.
Uh-huh.
And I'm basically also like, sometimes we get buried into something, so you'll just ask us to prompt and ask someone
Yeah.
what's going on. But in the live, you'll probably just be
I'll
like,
do that.
Eugene, what are you doing over there?
Uh-huh.
There's also something funny about like what if they need something? Our format is loose enough that Rachel could just tell them over camera,
Right.
like, oh yeah, this is like where that pot
Yep.
is.
Yeah.
Or-
Sure will.
I
Yeah.
have
Like,
Rachel
see-
open jars for me all the time.
Yeah, exactly. Like
Can't
that's
open
part of the fun is that the seams
Yeah.
kind of are broken.
I love showing the seams and what we
Yeah.
do. I think it is.
We're
and
going to have a
this will
whole BTS cam. You can just watch the seams if you want.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously you should watch the show as it's intended and play with the live switching.
you should.
But I think that you should watch it again. Which, by the way, if you get this, you're going to be able to watch it for
Until February 1st, 2023.
There you go.
Yeah.
So you can
The
rewatch
VOD
it. If for
goes
whatever
on
reason
forever.
you can't make it live, you can watch
They'll
it
buy
after the
tickets
fact.
after the fact, too.
You won't
Yep.
be able to
Yeah.
vote, or you will, but it won't matter.
You won't be able to vote.
You can
won't be able
tweet
to
us.
The
You can, still,
VOD,
you can still tweet or Instagram saying, you should have won.
Yeah,
We'll see
yeah.
it.
You know what?
VOD
If you watch
plays
it
as a
after the
video.
fact, tweet me pause it, tell me who you voted for, and then press play, and then you
Yeah,
can see.
that'd be fun.
But anyway, I think you should watch it again and just watch Rachel.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be pretty miraculous.
Yeah.
it's going to be fun. And, the VOD goes on for such a long time because for some people, this is like 4 a.m.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, even when I do the Eat with Keith, I'm, because we're doing it early for an LA dinner, but it's late for an East Coast dinner, but it's even later for the rest of the world. Like it just, that sometime, I think next year when we do some Eat with Keiths, we might do some breakfast Eat with Keiths because that will be
Yeah.
lunchtime in the
That's
East
so
Coast
fun.
and dinner time in the UK.
Yeah.
That's
So
fun.
that will be a very fun, like actually we can get a decent amount of people all together. And if we choose the right
Eat.
thing, if we do like an English breakfast, that eats like a lunch or a dinner.
Yeah. Also, when you were mentioning like what if you cooked, you could easily do eat with Keith eggs, where
Right.
people set up their laptop or whatever, and you make every type of egg. Like I do a
Yeah.
scrambled, I do a fried, I do a poached.
That's funny. That's really silly.
Different guests join you to cook.
I've been
and to
thinking
eat
about
it.
doing some different frozen pizzas.
Yeah,
and everybody
that's
at home
really
could just
good.
buy their own frozen pizza. That way people can like eat along, but it only costs like $3.
Yeah, that's nice.
And I thought that would be a fun way to do it. But anyway, I digress. We're excited about all the live potential, both big scale and small scale. And after this one goes, we'll have a better idea of what other things we might want to do in the future that are live. And maybe we'll even make our movie tour a live stream tour to the cities we can't visit.
Movie tour.
That
Movie
sounds
tour.
easy.
You ready for the promo, Rachel? It's great.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I already pitched this to the podcast, but you're going to love it. It's me and Keith arguing. We go, we should make a movie. We should go on tour. We should make a movie. We should go on movie tour.
We should
Movie
go on a movie
tour.
tour.
You should make and go on, is what you said, which is really good.
Well,
Also-
Rachel, we'll let you go. We know you got a lot of work
Yeah,
to do.
I'm going to go out to that second kitchen we built.
Yeah, awesome. Right now it's just walls.
You guys finish
was-
the podcast. We need this room.
Yeah,
That's
okay,
right.
okay. We'll get going. Well, hey, if you're Hank Green, you probably need some advice, you little
I'm gonna see
smarty
if
pants
he's responded to
McScience
me.
boy.
He definitely hasn't yet.
By the way, we're gonna be able to do some other like polling the audience during Without a Recipe Live. So if you have ideas, I need to write those questions. I was gonna do like, who do you think's most likely to poison the audience or poison the judges, blah blah blah. But if you got fun things you want to ask, tweet at me.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, if you're Hank Green, you probably need some advice. Talking about pauses and stuff, and I know someone who's got advice for you. Yeah, he's the
Fucking
man.
Santa pause.
Santa.
Pause, like millennial pause.
Well, ho ho ho.
It's Miles Bonsignore.
Shit. I need headphones. Okay, quick. Come here. Oh, it's beautiful. Yo.
I awoke in the night, not sure of who I was or who I had been. The glass of water on my bedside table stood empty. But I knew I had filled it. Someone else was home. A knock on the door. I went downstairs. Oh! A man. Standing.
Oh, there's a man.
Maybe it's my father, who I haven't seen in 27 years.
Maybe it's my father.
As he disappeared in a puff of smoke, and all of a sudden, I look at
My
him,
father is magic.
and he looks at me,
My father.
and it was that devil on my shoulder that I knew from years prior.
My father is the devil.
The Grim Reaper had come,
Oh, God.
finally, to get me. What's up, Miles Nation? How's everybody doing tonight?
Wow. Woo.
Hey, all those headphones are really tangled. You can't get any one of them
those
apart.
are really tangled. They're not
Bowie
meant
was-
to be gotten immediately.
They're not
Bowie
going to
was
be.
stoked that
They're not
we
going to be
were
any easier to
standing.
get them with Bowie winding himself through them too.
Yeah, Bowie's now connected to all of them. What's up, Miles Nation? Have you ever wanted to be wrinkle-free?
Ooh,
Have you ever?
Johnny Wrinkle releaser.
No. Have you ever wanted to life hack one of your home appliances so that it's so hot and moist that it reminds you of the place down under?
Or like your crotch.
I shot a short film over the weekend and I was
Yeah.
worried because one of my shirts was wrinkled. And I thought, ruh-roh, that's showing up on camera. So one of the things that I was told to do is to open up my little freezer and make sure the water's not Susan boiled, because it's going to be frozen. And you're going to want to put an ice cube in the drawer.
Oh yeah.
Put ice cube in the drawer. And it's going to steam up your shirt or pants,
Yeah.
Zach.
Also, modern dryers have a steam refresh setting, and it'll just. You don't have
Wow.
to.
What's it like being rich?
I mean, I inherited this dryer.
You inherited
You inherited it when you bought your
the
house.
Yes. Yes. I inherited
Keith.
it.
Some of us are working with the dryer that sounds like a jet is taking off inside of our house.
Mine also can get pretty loud.
Even a washing machine, I was watching something the other day and I was like, holy shit. It is like, like
Yeah,
really.
if you put like something with like metal buttons in there, oh my god.
Oh, it's not the buttons, Keith. It's about the
It's just
weight dislodging the
right.
cylinder
Yeah.
and slamming up and
hydraulics.
down. Our landlord needs to replace that shit. But anyway, an ice cube in the dryer. And I thought, and actually, it was more than an ice cube. It was a whole ice tray.
Whoa.
He said, because my co-director was like, do the whole ice cube tray. It'll work. Because then it's like it gets really hot and then there's a lot of moisture. And then it's like, oh, this is as if they were a little bit damp, which is going to steam them. And then that's when they get all nice and wrinkle free. And it really worked. And it was really cool. And it was really nice.
It's a good hack.
It was a good little life hack.
Tell us about, I don't know how much time we have, but I want to hear how your film went. I didn't
Oh,
get to see
it
the
went
holiday party.
really super well. Yeah, it was a short film about this guy leaving a podcast on his friend's voicemail every day while she's in the hospital. And it was it's funny and then it's kind of sad. And I had to do some like acting, do some like serious acting. in
And
it.
you directed.
I co-directed
and
it and I
acted.
wrote it and I was in it. And then my buddy Sam Myron, huge shout out, who directs like lots of the big stuff. Like he fucking did Avatar. But James Cameron didn't do it. He did. Yeah, so it was nice. It was nice to work on something like scripted, which I know you're about to do your short, which I may or may not have a little cameo in.
You may or may not owe my costume designer a response.
I may or may not absolutely have forgotten to email her.
She may or may not have texted me twice during this podcast.
Oh, God. I'll get to it next week. But
No,
no, it was really fun. It was nice. We shot it at my house, and people who are listening to this will not see it in a very long time because this kind of thing takes a long time. And even if I'm done with it, it won't be out until it's out of festivals and stuff. But it's going to be premiering at Sundance in whatever.
How many pages was
Sundance
it?
preschool.
How many pages?
Yeah.
Like 100. No, it was. I think it was 13 pages.
Cool.
Yeah.
Lucky 13.
Lucky number 13.
Well, thanks for listening, everybody. We hope to see you this weekend at the live. It's going to be dope. You've heard enough about it probably by now. But thanks for listening to us. Thanks for a great year. And we have one more week of when does this podcast stop?
This comes out tomorrow. We have one more before the end of the year.
Okay, so one more to the end of the year.
We're going to tell you about our Try Guys holiday party. It was litty.
It was
Lit.
absolutely litty. And just a reminder, we're going dark the week of Christmas. So there's one more episode, and then we take a week off, and then we come back in January.
That's right.
Hasn't Christmas taken enough from us?
Well, it's between Christmas and the New Year,
Yeah.
right?
Just, yeah.
New Year's taken enough
No, it's,
from us.
yeah, but it's like the same week.
Right.
Yeah.
Christmas is like on a Sunday. It's crazy.
The Lord's Day.
Yeah.
Sunday's about rest. Santa's going to be working.
He's working.
Santa has to go to church.
Santa's a god as well.
Kids, there ain't going to be any presents on Christmas. Santa's got to go to church. Well, Keith, do it.
Santa Claus is going to church. He's kneeling on down, clasping his hands, praying to God and saying amen.
Woo!
Santa Claus is going to church.
He has risen.
He sees you when you're praying.
Elves.
He knows when you eat chips.
God.
He knows when you drink wine, and if that wine goes and it drips down your chin. Better not sleep, better not scream, better not die, and eat some ice cream. Santa Claus is going to church. Santa Claus is going to church. TryPod.
Eat my body.
Have a good ass week, everybody.